Okay, today we're going to be talking about air support. This is a topic that you've heard of before. We hear this all the time when we play with air support. And it's something that is important for all wind instruments, but particularly for trumpet. I tend to think this is the most important part of playing the trumpet, learning how to control our air and how to use that to make all parts of our playing better. And really that's what I want to emphasize here is this idea of using good air support helps make everything much easier on the trumpet. Not only playing between high and low registers, but also slurring or articulations. It makes everything that much easier. It comes out that much easier on the trumpet. And really that's kind of like the secret of professionals. They really know how to use their air the most efficiently, the most effectively for the kind of playing that they want to do, so that they don't have to work hard to play everything that they do. So this whole idea of air support, I want you to think of having active or energized air inside of you. And the difference between that and the kind of breathing that you normally do, say when you're sitting in science class or math class, is that we're really focused on creating energy with our air from here. And I would really think about energizing that air from the bottom of your rib cage, kind of holding that air here. So if, by example, you take a breath in and just let it out easily, everything kind of relaxes, we're sighing, and it feels nice and relaxed because we're letting all that energy out. Now, if I'm going to support with that air, I'm going to take a breath in and I'm going to try and kind of support it from here. So what actually happens is I take a breath in, I fill up nice and low, and then I kind of bring my belly button in a little bit, and that kind of helps activate the muscles right here. So you see that kind of come in here a little bit, and now I feel like I've got a really good hold on the air. And if I start to move air using that support, now there's a lot of energy behind that air. So just to give you an example, I'll play a little scale figure using unsupported air, and it'll sound fine. It'll sound like notes, but it'll just sound kind of blah. I'm playing all the right notes, and there's not a significant amount of garble or anything like that in my sound, but there's just not really any like oomph behind that sound. Now if I energize that air, if I support that well, I don't feel like I'm using any more or any less air to do that. I don't feel like I'm working harder, but I feel like I'm supporting that much more with that air, and the sound got that much bigger, that much broader, and that much more vibrant. And that's really what we're talking about. No matter if we want to play low notes or high notes, we always want to have this vibrant tone. We always want to have this energy in our sound, and supporting that air is going to be really important. So I want to give you a couple quick exercises to try to get a good feel for this kind of support. And the first one is blowing into your hand. So like if we kind of blow into our fist, make kind of like a medium tight fist, and we're going to blow into that, creates a little bit of a resistance, and it allows us to kind of feel these muscles working to kind of push air through when we just blow into our hand. If you try that and you let some of that air out through your hand, but you feel these muscles working, and that's really where we want to feel that air energy happening. So taking a breath in, bringing our belly button in a little bit, and then pushing against that, feeling these muscles do more of the work than anything on your face does. So if we think of it that way, feeling those muscles working, or if you imagine something like a stream of water shooting out of your mouth as you blow, keeping that jet of water nice and focused, a really focused stream of water rather than just like a gush of water coming out. Imagining this stream of water shooting out like 20 feet or something like that. That kind of airstream is going to help me play up to the top of the staff or beyond much easier. Rather than if I just let this all be loose, I'm going to have to work a lot harder with my embouchure to get up to those notes. So using a good supported airstream and feeling these muscles work is a way of letting this relax a little bit more so that we don't have to feel like we're using our embouchure as much to hold on to high notes or things like that to get them to come out. So when you breathe, when you're warming up or things like that, make sure we're breathing in. We feel that air support coming from here first. We feel like these muscles engage, and we feel like that work is coming from here the whole time.